Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League Week 2 of our main bracket in Season 4. We have Winter versus Archon, with Winter here up first on the killer, with the Demon of Blight himself, Momo 7th. Current world record for the longest Blight win streak, almost hitting 2,000, I believe. Absolutely cracked on the Blight, getting a very early first tag here on a Renato, abduction here on the Renato here in the 7 o'clock dial. I'm joined with me once again by the lovely Ghosty. What's up, Ghosty? What's up?
What's up, Mel? I'm super excited. We have some pretty spicy matches tonight, and I'm genuinely surprised that Winter was allowed. Blight was the record holder allowed to play. I'm very excited to see what he has to bring onto the table today, and with a nice down onto poor abduction from Renato pretty early on with still 5 generators remaining. It seems like Momo is cooking with gas at the moment on a very interesting map.
Speaking of cooking, Ghosty, what do you think of our build here? Obviously, we have our usual double speed add-ons, but we have a very interesting perk selection on one of these 4 perks.
Yeah, I wonder if that's because I'm a dearly beloved gamer of the Karasu myself. We have one of our perks, I can't remember which one it is. I think this is the...
Overture of Doom, I'm pretty sure.
Overture of Doom, I'm pretty sure, yeah, which is, I believe, the...
Hex.
Affecting the generator Hex, which is an interesting choice. Well, not a sort of Karasu perk I'd expect to see, especially in a competitive setting like... I'd expect maybe something more like Ravenous or something to get that explosion notification on everyone. Ooh, an unfortunate miss onto abduction, but like an interesting choice of a perk alongside Thrill and Ruin as well.
Yeah, it highlights the farthest generator from the Hex itself, so it's gonna see, you can see there in the background, it's yellow, right? And when the Survivor touches that, it activates the Hex for 30 seconds, and I believe it puts our TR of our killer on the gen. You get undetectable, and it sets a TR to 32, which is very interesting on Blight. With very good. Also, by the way, Ghosty, we have a death hook here at 4 gens.
Yeah, no, I was just about to mention, Mel, a deathlock on abduction with 4 generators remaining. Like, our main gen here is cranking at the moment, but Ruin is in place, slowly eating away that progress. But a deathhook at 4 generators, Momo is in such a good position right now. But in saying that, I'm seeing on our HUD that a Survivor side does have some good gen progress at the moment to make up for it. But I think losing abduction with 4 generators still remaining definitely sets up Momo very nicely for our first set.
And we could see here, this actually gives us some info right now. Overture of Doom just triggered. We know a Survivor's on that yellow gen all the way over there, I believe in the 5 area, or the 6 area. We're undetectable right now, and the terror radius is moved to that generator. So it's kind of like unforeseen, unknown perk, but it automatically activates every time the Hex is around.
Ooh, Quan coming in, trying to get abduction off the hook so we don't lose the body block.
Ooh, not quite the body block. Well played by Julian here on the Quan. I mean, we've seen, like, Archon has been a very, like, you know, last time we saw them was in the qualies, I believe, and they did an outstanding performance. Julian, one of the, like, if I recall correctly, Julian kind of juiced in those games, so...
One of the MVPs from our previous match, but
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried for abduction. Back in chase already and being downed as well. We are going to have a death at 4 gens.
3 gens.
Now, oh, 3 gens,
Okay,
but you know
Ghosty,
what?
going to curse Momo. I just want to say,
tired
Momo's
now.
bump logic is obviously, it's impeccable, as expected, right? It's the Momo. The bump logic is crazy. That was well played by him to navigate that interior part of Phasma's. Not quite a hit on Claude. Oh my.
That was a bit egregious for Momo, but I think still Momo's in such a strong position at the moment. The Survivors have been picking up the pressure though. They're definitely still in this. Like, nice pallet stun from
Very good stun by Claude here.
I think Momo's in a really good spot here at the moment, Mal. And for a map like Freddy Fazbear's, like, me being a FNAF fan, I love this map. I think that the devs did very well with this map, but
No, very
Momo's
fair.
really taking it well. And
There
like,
was
really
a
looking
attempted
well.
firecracker here by CB4? CB actually, CB4v1. But unfortunately it does not connect. However, they do loop long enough to get that gen at 6 done, and Momo is hitting the... Gotta leave that. We know that the killer... what do you call that? We know that the killer is undetectable here because they did touch that gen before it popped, and that gen was the active gen there, I believe, at 6. With, sorry, the active gen with Overture of Doom, which now Overture has moved to our bottom mid-generator, Ghosty.
Yeah, no, I think we're getting some nice value out of Overture of Doom, and I'm still... I can't believe that, like... This is probably the first time I've ever seen a Krasu perk ran in a competitive setting, and of all perks to choose from, Momo selects Overture.
I mean, Overture
And
is a
with that
very
percentage,
interesting
love
perk here, considering also like we're running a pretty hex heavy build with Ruin Thrill, which is one of the most popular combos I think this season in Blood Rush League, and as well as Eruption here as a backup in case Ruin does go, which is so valid.
Yeah, no.
But I think I've seen Karasu perks run a bit. You know the other one, Ghosty, where once you hook all 4 fresh hooks, you get like exposed on everyone for a minute. I've seen that one. I've seen that one ran a little bit in some of the other like comp games I've watched. We haven't what do you call that? We haven't seen it yet here, but in Blood Rush League. But hey,
You never know.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure
might
it's
see it.
allowed on some of the lower tier killers on balancing, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
But again, to capitalize on that, you have to be a killer that M1s and a pretty decent mobility to to get the downs from it.
Oh, 100%. But I'm actually very happy to see it actually being ran, showing Momo is willing to try some different stuff. Maybe has been playtesting Overture of Doom, and also what a plot twist play right here.
This actually forces a pick here and allows, I'm pretty sure it allows Claude and Julian here to get the reset going. Or actually wait, no, it looks like Julian managed to Unbreakable. So it lets the survivors get a bit of breathing room. So instead of a
But instead of Mal, we do still have 2 injured survivors remaining, with poor Adam being hooked as well, so a bit of a dangerous spot, especially with what looks to be scratch marks and blood being found. Momo has been very good at tracking these survivors.
If Momo's has been paying attention kind of to the survivor location, they might be able to deduce that Unbreakable has been used.
Possibly.
Ghosty, I just want to say, we're in gigantic danger territory here, as I think this might be the last chase of the trial, Ghosty. Like,
quite possibly. In a blink and you miss it in a matter of seconds, we are down to our final survivor remaining standing, being injured as well, with our remaining 2 survivors slugged.
I think they could have probably lunged at that window. I might be wrong, though. But I might be wrong. I have lunged at so many windows and whiffed, because maybe my M1 sometimes is a bit scuffed. But we do get the final down eventually here. We are now going to pretty much start hooking up our survivor.
What a first game though, Mal, for Momo, locking in a 4K2.
I mean, it's kind of
well.
expected. Like usually our results here in the Freddy Fazbear's, right? We've seen a couple of 4K2s. We've seen I think a 4K3 as our best result for Blight here so far, but often there are a lot of stages games. So I'm not surprised that Momo locks in a 4K2 here, considering it's Momo. And what I'm honestly surprised by, like what you said, Ghosty, is how did Blight pass the pick and bans?
Yeah, no, like you would think with the literal current world record holder being on Winter, how did Blight manage to slip through pick and bans? You'd expect Blight would have been one of their first early...
Oh wait, it's not over! We have a deli, however the hook is right here, so...
I mean, this is still like, you don't know, Mal. This could potentially be recoverable. It's going to be difficult for King Julian for this, especially with 2 hooks basically right to each other.
We can see Julian kind of like pathing to the ball pit, and they're going to go maybe try to play an unhook here. They do have Dead Hard. Do they manage to get the recovery here? They get the pull before the hook, before they go second. Wait, what?
I think we might be seeing a recovery here. Like, don't get me wrong, Mal. I'm still in a very rough situation, but like,
I'm flabbergasted, Ghosty.
4K2, so all of our survivors are back in action.
Huh?
I don't think Momo was like, expecting this. I'm pretty sure Momo was pretty happy, like, yep, this match is pretty much wraps. But what a deli play from King Julian, bringing this game back and potentially putting a 4K1 on the table if our remaining survivors play this perfectly.
Yeah, they have to play it really well here. They're all injured still. Looks like Claude has hopped on a gen here. Unfortunately, the gen was right next to the hook, and unfortunately, Claude gets hit by a wonderful rush number 2 here from Momo, and Claude gets put back on the hook, and it's up to David on Cracks to recover, and we do get the unhook. Now, every survivor here, unfortunately, is on death hook for Archon. Will we get the down? We have a bit of a spectator bug on my end, but we do get the pallets done. Very well played here by our survivors. Like, what a recovery, Ghosty. Like, I still think it's going to be a 4K2, but the fact that they kind of recovered it is kind of cracked by them. Like, this is why Julian, I think, was one of the like MVPs from this. Like, Julian's kind of the GOAT also.
Oh yeah, no, like, that looked like it was wraps for, like, 2 people on hook, 1 person slugged, as the slug was about to get picked, deli, bang, straight off that hook, bringing this game right back. And as I mentioned, like, possibly putting a 4K1 on the table, but unfortunately, Momo played this recovery very well and brought things back to a grinding halt. But honestly, like, that was such a nice play by our survivor side of Arkham.
It looks like Momo ran to Hatch to try and see if track to see if they have playing around Hatch, but we do get the unhook. So Momo knows where they are, and we were working that mid-gen, and Momo can see here it's about 50%. Ruin is gonna make this. Let go see. As good as these survivors are, I don't think it's possible that they get a gen done.
No, unless we manage to somehow get a reset in which with King Julian unfortunately being found is no longer on the table. If our survivors manage to get reset there, maybe a 4K1 could have potentially happened there. But unfortunately, no. Momo has played this beautifully and managed to catch King Julian off, and poor Claudette has been caught off on that one
blood
side.
rush. And is going to run straight to Shack. She doesn't quite make it though.
No, not enough distance, and would have to play the fill pallet to make sure she had that bit of extra distance. And I don't think we're going to be making it down to Shack.
There's no way. I think Momo always just zones her away from Shack here, and we'll just get the down. You could even Bloodlust 3 Claude here to run her down, but we do get the down, and we'll be seeing poor Claude get Mori.
But for a moment there, Mal, like not just one, 2 recoveries minimum during that final moments of the trial. That was looking like kind of scary for Momo. Like, it looked like a very comfortable 4K2 towards our left wing there, but then suddenly back.
I wouldn't say it was scary for Momo, but I would say that it went from a guaranteed win to a extremely likely 4K2. Like, that was crazy, the fact that they managed to pull it back from what looked like a guaranteed 4K2 to, to not guaranteed, which is crazy. Like, against a killer of Momo's caliber, to be able to recover that, just big props to how good these players are. Like,
oh yeah, but hey, who knows? Like, yes, Momo is our current world record holder, but maybe they might have a secret weapon Blight that might be making an appearance in our next game that might challenge Momo for that title. But
it is Blight Ghosty. This is a well-studied stat. I'm pretty sure every team kind of has a Blight player at this point. Like, they should, So I'm not surprised if Archon has a very strong Blight player not reserve, but in their roster. And like, again, well-studied set. You're expected to have lots of practice against it. Your killer is expected to play it like a decent amount. So I wouldn't be surprised if they bring out a Blight and they're pretty, they put up a pretty strong result as well. So we're going to have to see a 4K3 though, Ghosty. What do you think? Based off of our previous Blight matches on this map, 4K3 has happened, but it's unlikely.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be very tough for Arkham's killer to achieve 4K3. Not impossible, as we know anything is possible in the fog, but it's definitely going to be tough. But a 4K2 to tie our Blight set, that could be on the table. But in saying that, obviously, Winter most likely has many Blight sets under their belt, alongside as well as Arkham most likely does as well. But the fact that Blight got through, this is probably a set that they are going to be very comfortable with, so it's going to be an absolute bloodfest for Arkham to try and hit a 4K. You mean
Archon, not Arkham.
Archon, my apologies.
Archon. Like the StarCraft 2 unit, Ghosty.
My apologies, brain not ticking 100%, like, after witnessing that game, and,
I just want to say, they might have a strong Blight, but you have to remember, right? The survivors of Winter, when they scrim Blight, you can bet they're scrimming Momo. And what better practice do you get than scrimming Momo on Blight? Like, oh my.
That's my worry for Arkham. But hey, we will have to find out, because who knows? We might see, the first Blight 4K4 for all we know. It could be anything. That's the best part about competitive. You never know what the results are going to be.
Yeah. And with that, we're going to have to see what the results are going to be in our next game, which we will be getting going and we're going to get that lobby set up for you guys. Into it. So we'll be back very momentarily. Thank you all for being here. See you guys in a bit. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League main bracket. Round 2 here in Season 4 of Winter vs. Archon. This time we have Archon on the killer with a win condition of 4K3 with Abduction here / Manu on our Blight for Archon, competing against Momo's 4K2. I'm joined with me once again with Ghosty. Ghosty, how are you?
I'm feeling pretty good, Mal, and it looks like, unfortunately, my time with a Crisis Poke is officially over, as it looks like we have a much more standard, what you'd expect to see, Blight build as well. Thrill, Ruin, Corrupt, and Eruption.
I mean,
Nice...
it's a swap over from Overture to Corrupt, but not gonna lie, I kind of liked the Overture last game. I felt like Momo did get some value out of it, this like kind of like disorienting the survivors a bit, making the pre-leaves a bit late. Because like when you're playing Blight, even if the pre-leave is even that much slightly later, you could get hit just like that, especially against some Blight of Momo's caliber. But however, speaking of Blights of very high caliber, we could see here Abduction has managed to get a very quick down here on Jaden, on the double pallet of all things as well, Ghosty. What do you think of the very early first down?
Nice early first down, and I won't lie, Mal, that generator seemed to be insanely fast. I'm questioning if that may have been a double or possibly even a triple with how quickly that gen was removed from the trial.
I'm pretty sure.
As well.
I think it was a triple. It's kind of hard to tell the difference between a double and a triple, as the difference is only 10 seconds by default, right? You have a 52-second gen time on double and a 42-second gen time on the triple.
Yeah, but instead of it being main gen that popped, a very good generator to get rid of at the start of the trial, since main building is incredibly strong on this map, so having that availability of main to take chase against Blight, very good setting tone for our survivor side of Winter. And also, with needing 2 gens to like hit win condition and 3 for tie, definitely a strong start.
Yeah? What a body block here by Dwight. Meds on the Dwight. Also, I just want to say, Ghosty, for the people on the unhook immediately, just want to say.
Yeah, no, like very quick usage of for the people, but I guess really trying to like buy time for Jaden, our ace, to make sure that their tunnel out is as long as humanly possible. But it does mean that we do have a survivor on the ground not doing anything, but it is a 4k3 needed, and poor Jaden has been down as well. They do get to pick up onto Dwight though, which is very nice to see, get him back into the game.
We are doubling away the gen here at 6. Also, a thing to note, by the way, gang, is that Jaden was the Delhi player.
Oppa! We've been Delhi cursed. Unfortunate, but as much as it means that we won't be seeing a crazy Delhi endgame potential comeback like we did in our first set, the team's doing very well. We are at win condition already with only 2 hook stages on the board. It is our tunnel out secure, which is still very, very nice for Abduction, but only 1 more generator in to pop, and then it will be on tie condition. It's scary.
What I think needs to happen is that they need to get Jaden out of the game, and then they just have to hard slow down the game with Ruin still in play. Like, this is danger for our killer here, as we do see the generator here at the 2 area at 50%. Oh, sorry, 1 area. A 2.
But
actually,
it is
being
2-ish. 2-ish, 1-ish, yeah, but it is now being eaten by Ruin, and it has pushed Dwight off the gen.
And we do get the ball. Now the question is, do we find our survivor? Do we find the tunnel out, Ghosty?
I think it's going to be a bit tough, because that was a really good distraction, and it did take a little bit of time for Abduction to get back to the hook, and we have caught out our... I've literally brain rotted on names, like, it's definitely a survivor that you don't see very often, Yoichi. My apologies to the gamers of the chat that are Yoichi fans, but in saying that, when do you ever see Yoichis?
You see him right now, Ghosty. It's ghosted on the Yoichi.
Yeah, and in cinema also in the background, as much as unfortunately Jaden has been found, he did manage to get reset. Ooh, that was a very nice curve, almost connected to Jaden.
But not quite, Ghosty. However, we do know gens are in the background being smashed out. I think at this point, we have to drop our survivor and interrupt the gen.
It doesn't look like we are though, man. It looks like we're trying to commit to try and remove Jaden from the game, and the gen does pop, and we do have another generator with very high progress.
Ghosty, but unfortunately, this generator goes awarding our first set to Winter.
I mean, it's a Blight set, Mel. Like, probably one of Winter's, if not strongest set, their best. Like, you could expect them to be taking this one pretty cleanly, but it was also a very tough situation for Abduction. Having to decide whether or not to commit to a tunnel out or really plan to run a bit more, try and kick our survivors off the generators, maybe play a bit of like a hit and run style.
Honestly, Ghosty, I think with the win condition, you got to get that early tunnel out. The tunnel out had to happen at like 4 or 5 gens to get a feasible win. The fact that it happened out at 3 gens just means that, like, I don't know, like, it's just impossible, I feel. Like, it was such a strong win condition set by Momo, and to get that win condition, you're going to have to play a bit risky with it. Like, you really have to either get that such a like overwhelmingly fast tunnel out, or you have to like get some crazy snowball going with a bunch of inchers, which is just really hard to do. The first one is a more standard way, and the second one is a bit more unorthodox, as you usually would like to see these tunnel outs in these S tier sets, right? But
yeah.
I think like it was a tough choice here for Abduction / Manu. Like, what can you do? You gotta make the best of a rough situation, and they tried, and like, yeah, you could tell these guys are practiced against Blight, like, for real.
Yeah, they have very strong survival lineup for this set, alongside a very strong killer to back it up as well, and it was a definitely tough setting for Abduction, but they've played the set still quite well. It's just unfortunate that tunnel out maybe just took that little bit too much time for what they were probably wanting, and it may have let the win conditions slip through their fingers, but we still play it through right till the end. We have one generator remaining, and I've been noticing our survivors have been very heavy with like doubling up gens and like really making sure that they're done quickly, so I'm interested to see if we actually have any generators with a lot of progress at the moment. We do see that Lara did get reset in the background, so as far as I'm aware, we don't have any generators being worked right in this moment, so a nice tag onto Yoichi as well, putting Abduction in a decent spot to potentially get a 4K0, 4K1 maybe.
I just want to say, with Lara getting reset, we have Ruin eating away at the gens, and as I say that, Lara finishes cleansing our Ruin here, which is very unfortunate, I guess, with the Ruin going away in the 3v1, as that is pretty essential in my opinion in holding these 3v1s, but we still have Eruption to fall back on. However, the survivors did lose the 50-50 of do we cleanse Thrill or do we cleanse Ruin on the first totem, and they did cleanse Thrill first, and we do get the down. Very good down on meds here. Our 3-gen is a bit spread, Ghosty. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it's even though Blight does have that map traversal to literally, on especially a map the size of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, not really the greatest in that favor.
This is 5, 7, and 8, I think, are the gen spread right now. Or 4, 7, and 8.
Yeah, I'd even say 3 now, because I think 4's like right up against Shaq, but essentially in that general vicinity, and yeah, even with Blight's movement speed, it's a pretty tough gen spread to try and play for as well, especially after losing Ruin as well. Yeah, Ruin we're going to need a very quick chase here.
Ruin was essential if we wanted to hold the 3-gen, so perhaps we could 4K this, but it's not looking likely. I'm thinking maybe high stages.
Definitely high stages could definitely be on the table. Yoichi taking another tag, our final fresh look of the game, but it looks like when they hit, they got to leave that so we can go kick our generator over here at 3. But 4K0? Maybe
potentially 4K1? A 4K0. A 4K1 can happen, but I think our survivors are been, at least based off of how the survivors have been playing so far, a 4K1 seems going to be very hard here for Abduction.
I agree, but like a 4K0 would still be very, very comfortable and a really strong result for Abduction against a team that I reckon, like, if you let Blight go through, it's going to be a rough first
I don't know. The pick and bans here was, I would say that Winter had a bit of advantage here for their first set, with like getting Momo on the Blight, putting up such a strong win condition for them. But our survivors, we could see here, if you notice, both of our survivors, they're, at least Yoichi got reset. This is very strong right now because Ruin is not in play. They're not getting punished for these resets.
No, they're able to get these resets, which is a big game changer against a killer like Blight. Even though they're very mobile, having these hell states, very helpful. And Lara is cranking away at this generator over on our 10 side of the map as well, and it is very high progress at the moment.
Really good macro here by Abduction. Realizing that Lara's gen here at at 8 would be extremely high prog.
Yeah, no, very good knowledge and thought process of like, I have not seen Lara in a little bit, and I haven't checked out generator over here, so...
They ignored Yoichi walking down the mid, where they could have potentially landed a rush there to go for Lara. So, very good restraint there and patience by Manu.
Yeah, I don't think that also Eruption would have, or that chase would have been quick enough to even get Eruption on that. No, so that was
you would have had to tag Ghosted, and then you would have had to like down them after. So like,
and I think Lara had
enough, but the gen was like at 80% Ghosty.
Yeah, and if Lara was able to sit on that gen uninterrupted, I think that would have most likely been that gen popping before the down onto Ghost went through, but I mean, this has still been very nice from Abduction. Like, in a bit of a lucky situation against Winter's strongest set, probably in the books, but played very well. Just unfortunately,
I reckon it is Winter's strongest set, probably. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
They might have like a stronger set somewhere hidden away, but I would say this is probably like one of their top, easily top 3 sets, right? Like Momo on the Blight Ghosty. They have the world record holder of like win streaking on Blight. Like it's crazy, man. Momo is so
yeah. Like, I definitely think that if Archon ever came across Winter again, they probably will not be allowing Blight to come through again, but Abduction still has played a very nice game, though. Like, to give credit where it's due, it hasn't been like a massive sweep or anything like that.
No, of course not. Yeah, Abduction is like actually threatening a 4K1 at the moment.
Yeah, no, it was looking like maybe a 4K0, but I think 4K1 territory is back on the table, especially with a nice down onto Ghost as well, meaning that
we could see yeah, Meds here on the Dwight moonwalking to pick up the Lara. Kind of
bit of style, you know, a bit of like Fazar, show what they can do, get the moves busting down.
However, they managed to catch Lara, but Dwight managed to stealth out. This is a big thing, because though if there's one person that Abduction is going to hook in this situation, it's Dwight to secure a 2v1.
Yeah, and then 2v1, as long as we can maybe get this like 8 to 10 gen regress down a little bit, will be a really nice spot, and a nice hit onto Lara as well. Mini Eruption will be proccing again,
and we're gonna be. We know our generator here at 4 is not super progressed, so we could afford to hook here, I believe. Our survivors are going to be on the gen, and it's going to be 70-ish, 80-ish%. And I'm surprised because Dwight is not doubling the gen. The gen does not finish, Ghosty.
No, I think, Abduction has had a really good mind state of coming in to check this gen, not seeing Yoichi for a while and getting a nice down onto Ghost.
Patience with their Blight rushes, Ghosty.
Yeah, no, Lara does, in the background, though, Mel, I would like to mention, has managed to get a reset in. Not sure if that was a medkit or...
That was a resurgence, Ghosty.
Ah, sorry, Mel, I'm a bit, like, behind in mind.
All good.
Like, was this killer being allowed a lot of diabolical person to be played against them, but, like, I still think 4K1 is on the table, especially with another down happening on the meds as well, so...
The question is, does Abduction... Okay, no, Abduction just full sends the hook here. No, I think this is
okay. We've gotten some aggression down on our generators. They should not be popping in the time it takes to get this hook on.
Lara's generator here is at 80%. Blight guesses the correct one instead of guessing the generator that Yoichi was at, because Lara probably would have picked Yoichi and they would have been doubling the genas. That would have been more efficient. So we do get our last chase here, and we do secure a 4K1 Ghosty.
No, very, very good result for Abduction with such, like, stacked odds not probably in their favor. Like, a team's by far strongest set with such a strong killer to back it up as well. Locking in a 4K1 here, so nice to see. Very well played by Abduction, but also Winter Survivors done an extremely good job with this set.
I'm like impressed on how Abduction here has managed to get this down to a 4K1 where it was looking extremely dicey earlier. Such a very well played 1v3. Ooh, almost maneuvering around there. Ooh, winning the 50 by Lara. Momo kind of juicing right now, but unfortunately Momo does not have the best resources here, and we just can't get down, and we will be our third sacrifice of the trial with Ghosted, our final sacrifice, kind of crawling around him into main instead of towards like the hatch. I guess they already the
wing con's already been met, so a
kind
hatch
of just vibing around. We see
maybe
the
wanted to make it
rushing towards the hatch.
Just to be safe, Abduction doesn't want to let anyone in this trial. At least make sure they guarantee that 4K at 1.
Yeah. And it's Blight, right? Even if Yoichi was at the hatch, they would have never made it. Like, Blight always speeds it before hatch spawns there, even from like a cross-map hook.
But honestly, Mel, like, considering that our tie condition was a 4K2, Abduction did very well to get super close to even tying this set against a team like
note Ghosty. It's kind of like the set has already been awarded, but we do have a fresh hook on the verge of bleeding out.
Very true, Mal, but as we see, unfortunately, our fresh hook has been found at our front bathroom / kitchen of main. So we have full hook saves rewarded, but I will say, Mal, that was kind of funny.
Yeah, unfortunately, poor Yoichi just wanted pizza and was trying to crawl into the kitchen, but was found by our Blight.
Yeah, have a
Well,
slice of pizza, chill with Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie, get some music in that jamming, you know?
very well played here by Manu to turn that around into a 4K one. Like, honestly, like I was thinking it was out. I'm proven wrong. My bad. My bad.
Yeah,
I
no,
was a
like,
doubter,
it
Ghosty.
I mean, in cinema, I was even thinking, like, maybe 4K Zero, like, you weren't
Honestly,
going to
4K
know as
zero, I
well.
wasn't so like I wasn't like, oh, it can't be a 4K zero. I was thinking it was high stages. I was like thinking like we're looking at maybe 9 to 10 stages, maybe 11.
Yeah.
But
Like, it could have still happened as well. Like, those generators were
oh yeah,
incredibly.
no, like one of the generators was like a 90%. I think was it Meds not doubling the gen with Ghosted at the end there? Oh my, I think they could have finished that gen honestly. But like it's hard to make that call. It's Blight. They're such a mobile killer and it's hard to make the call, Ghosty. Like sometimes you make in the heat of the moment you only have like a couple of seconds to be like, guys, do we double this? Do we split? Do we like stealth one and then another tries to sneak a gen or something? Like
Yeah,
yeah,
like, it would have been nice to finish that final gen just to secure a 4K
4K
Zero,
zero,
but
yeah.
pulling in a 4K one, unfortunately, Winter having the 4K 2 means they will be taking our Blight set, but in a way, you kind of expect that. Like, it's Blight. It's their set you would expect, and they also picked it, allowing Blight being allowed to slip through the pick and bans. It's not over for Arkham though. Like, they still do have our next set, which I believe is Wraith on DDS, which
Yeah,
I'm very
it's
intrigued to
the
see.
Dead Dog Saloon Wraith. And it looks like we have Manus Abduction on the Wraith here once again for Archon. And I'm very excited to see how it goes. As DDS Wraith, we've seen some explosive games from that set. We've seen some
Oh,
4K4s from Wraith,
yeah, no, and Wraith
which
being
is
such like a
crazy.
low tier killer, like 4K4s on with such high caliber teams as well, like
Yeah?
crazy stuff in the fog. You can never expect to see what could potentially be on the horizon.
Yeah. And we will be back as we get the match sorted, Ghosty. We'll see you guys in a bit. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League main bracket round 2 here, season 4 of Winter versus Archon. We have Archon's pick this time of the killer. We have Wraith on Dead Dog Solution, and once again, Manus Abduction back on the killer in the chase with, I believe this is Meds on our first chase here at the 9 area. I'm joined once again by Ghosty. Ghosty, how are you?
I'm feeling pretty good, Mal. I can put off a pretty good fight in that last set with the Blight set, but it being Winter's pick of Blight and allowing that to slip through, they do need to win our race set on the Dead Dog Saloon, and a very nice overall build with Sloppy, what you'd expect to see with Wraith alongside Bamboozle, Dragon's Grip, I believe, and
Spicy.
Painter's.
I
So not a lot of
love
regression.
I don't know. It might just be me like really enjoying how explosive perks like Dragon's Grip are, but I really love Dragon's Grip on like sets like this.
I mean, on a killer like Wraith as well, if you're not keeping track of them properly, it can be a very devastating perk, especially if you manage to get some survivors caught off guard with it and they're just not quite tracking where you are. So I'm very interested to see how Dragon's Grip comes into play. And yeah, honestly, Sloppy
Jaden-
Bam, you'd expect that sort of stuff to be
Jaden
in.
juicing in that pallet over there, winning a couple of 50s in a row, and Manu Abduction here just deciding to break the pallet with a zoning break and get that tag. Very good stuff here by Jaden on the ace.
Yeah, no, and Ace being kind of zoned away from Shackle a bit here. Maybe managed to slip back, but Razor is known as the king of body blocks. But oh, I almost thought that
We have
Jaden was
another
able to slip
pallet,
through.
but it doesn't make it. Oh, we're gonna get a pain res right off the bat here, Ghosty, as we have a pain res immediately at the 6 between 6 and 7.
Yep, and also looking at our gen auras, it looks like we don't have the Doom and Gloom 3-gen that you see all in Outback, but we do
Ghosty.
have a nice 3-gen in Outback at the moment.
Do you know what happens when you hook a pain res hook and then a gen pops within 2 seconds of it popping? That is a scary, scary moment for me as a killer player.
I mean, yeah, because that would say that we have another generator with high progress, even with the one that we kicked. So unfortunately, Pain Res did not save us from losing another generator, but
what
that's not
greed by Ghosted. Also, I want to say, by the way, for anyone here watching that are a bit like, what are these clock calls? We are using the OCE clock, so it is water tower is 6, and then like the street by Gallows is like 9, and then the top of the street by main is 12.
Some interesting mind games having from Abduction, though. Jaden doing very well with gritting this Shack pallet.
Yeah.
He is dropping it, though, but I think that means we might actually end up making it to main because we do have our front main filler pallet chaining into main building, and main building is a very strong resource to have. Double filler pallets on the main street as well, and a window as well.
No! Wait! Ghosty, I can't believe that didn't hit. I'm heartbroken.
No, honestly, I think that Abduction got a little bit scammed on that hit. I think Jaden should have been biting the dust with that one, but we do get a nice body block, but Momo has for a nice hit take, meaning Jaden does get to make it into the main building, and it looks like we're going to hit him with the gotta leave that, because I think our gens might be a concern at the moment.
We have Sloppy Butcher. I think it's fair to hit the gotta leave that. We have 3 injured survivors now, right? And speaking of injured survivors, Ghosty. Oh, yep, that's a cactus.
Yep, that's a cactus. Can't say that I haven't done that myself where those yucky cactuses have gone in the way, but a nice down onto Ghost, and this will be another hook inside of our 3-gen as well, Mel.
I'm surprised we're not dragging to the pain rest hook, but I guess maybe maybe it is a bit ambitious about the agitation. But there was also pain rest by Gallo, so definitely could have pain rest there, but I guess we're gonna hold a 3-gen here. So pain rest probably would have hit one of these gens, but maybe we're saving it for like when we're in the 1v. Oh, that is.
I feel for you, Med. That's unfortunate. I don't think that that's what Mez was wanting, but you know, I think Abduction isn't in the worst situation here. A hook all the way back in the corner of 8. As I say that, Momo does come in and get the unhook, but 2 survivors stuck in the outback, and we still are holding on to our 3-gen. A nice back onto Momo, not able to come in for that protection hit, and I think we're going to be making it all the way back to main, and yep, we're going to drop that because we want to make sure our generators are regressing. We don't want to lose our gen by 6, and that 8 is going to progress too.
We're going to mind game and uncloak, break the pallet. They're kind of zoned now, Ghosty.
Yeah, no, and we only have
window. Ghosty, would have been really funny if they bammed the window.
That would have been kind of funny, I won't lie. Just throw a quick bam there, and I was about to say, if we didn't have the connecting window on our 4 tile, but it does look like we do some janky, like makeshift TNLs, but it does mean
it's like a TNL with a breakable wall. It's very interesting.
Yeah, and Meds makes it all the way up to our 2 tile, which has this nice window that unfortunately for Abduction Jaden was able to play before.
Not gonna lie, I'm scared here. This chase has been going quite a while, by the way. Meds has been kind of juicing here. Getting some, getting some, like, getting to places where I think, in my opinion, I felt like they were dead. But
yeah, no,
they managed to get those mind games. They managed to get those. The pathing is impeccable, and
and also now we have got 3 resetted survivors as well through Sloppy, so everyone is backing in the game with their health states.
Unfortunately, Momo gets a tag there. They go run through. Do they make the window?
I think they do, even with the mini involved. Yes, they do. And we get a 4th generator popping mini. Unfortunately, we've had a double gen pop. Our 6th gen was popped just moments after our. I think that was. So we are in endgame.
I think the play here is to commit one of our fresh hooks, either Meds or Momo, right? And then we have to get one of our fresh hooks up. If we manage to camp a fresh hook out, that will put us in a 5-stage 3 fresh, which is a lot more playable than 2-stage 2 fresh.
Yeah, no, and Momo is a little bit zoned away from Shack at the moment, being forced up towards that one side, and it doesn't look like Momo's going to be able to make too much more. We do have a hit coming through, and a beautiful ball by Ghost as well, and I believe this is a gate that's open, so one of our fresh hooks will be escaping. That's
all of our survivors with 2-stage 2 fresh. Oh my, Ghosty.
This is a bit scary for Archon at the moment. Like, Winter is wanting a 2-0 win at the moment, and
Winter is... okay, Ghosty, I'll be honest, it's Wraith, but I was about to actually say a 2-stage 3 fresh win condition, but that would be fucking dumb by me to say, pardon my language.
Yeah, no, so, but like, honestly...
a 3-stage win condition.
Yeah, like, we don't know. Archon might still pull off a beautiful game and potentially clutch this up, but
yeah.
I'm a bit worried.
But if a team manages to get 2 hooks and 3 fresh, I don't know. That's magic, and I think they deserve the win after somehow achieving that. But no, it's gonna be a 3-stage win condition, as we cannot have 3 fresh hooks with only 2 hook stages on the board.
Yeah, no, I think that Winter may be potentially taking our match in our final game for our main.
It's not over till it's over. we might see some crazy stuff here from Archon survivors,
Possibly,
but
yeah.
it is looking really strong here for Winter. Their performance on the survivor here makes the position that puts their position of their killer in such a very chill and easy win condition.
Oh yeah, I'm wondering if maybe like as much as stuff like Dragon Soup is a very fun perk to see, maybe not having that extra regression with stuff like Eruption or even maybe something like Call of Brian or throwing Ruin into the mix
I
may
think
have been
the main thing I think one of the main things, Ghosty, is that we didn't see a capitalization off of the Dragon Script. We had a Dragon Script proc happen several times, though the survivors were aware after the first proc. But if we got a capitalization off of the Dragon Script to get another quick down, that would be potentially game-changing depending on how early and how fast that down is.
Oh yeah, but at the same time, like it's positioning as well. Like you could be on the other side of the map and your Dragon Script procs, and also once the team is aware of Dragon Script, if they're hit taking well enough, it's still going to be very hard to sometimes get value out of something like Dragon Script. As much as it can be a very, very good perk, I see it being sometimes a bit of a double-edged sword. You can get a lot of value out of it, or you can get absolutely nothing out of it. And you probably might have been better off running something like Eruption or a Naked Ruin, you know? Like, it's a big 50-50, but
yeah.
We'll see.
It's a risk you have to take, right? When you take perks, like sometimes you take a perk, it doesn't get value. You take Ruin, it dies in the first like 15 seconds of the match. But
yeah.
like on other hand, in the flip side, right, you have Ruin that absolutely carries your 1v3 and a 1v2 in the game. Same thing with Dragon Script. You have Dragon Script that does nothing the whole game, and then you have games where Dragon Script like gets you like 5 insta downs.
Oh yeah.
But that's the nature of polarizing perks like these, where it's a very big all or nothing kind of vibe.
And especially with Race being such a low tier killer, like having that potential to really amp up the pressure in a matter of a second, you could get a lot out of it. But unfortunately, Abduction didn't get really anything, I believe, out of Dragon's Rip for that match. So it's unfortunate because it's great to see it. Like I personally enjoy Dragon's Rip. I think it's a good perk.
Yeah. Hopefully we see more of Dragon Script. I really enjoy seeing perks that like very explosive perks personally. I like seeing Dragon Script, seeing maybe we get to see at one point Krasu's perk. What's it called? Ravenous, yeah, that's another very explosive perk. Unfortunately, Haunted Ground is not in the pool this season for perks for the killers, but I did enjoy Haunted Ground last season. Maybe next season we'll see Haunted Ground once again. But
maybe.
We're gonna get our next games started, go see, and we're gonna get the lobbies set up. So we'll catch you guys in a bit as we get Winter's Killer on the Wraith. See you guys in a bit. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League main bracket round 2 here with Winter versus Archon in our season 4 best of 3. We have Winter here on the killer with Jaden on the Wraith with a win condition of 3 hooks. It's gonna be very tough here for Archon survivors, but hey, these guys are juicers. We've seen great plays from them in all of our games, and so like it's not over till it's over, as I like to say, but it's a very uphill battle. I'm joined once again by Ghosty. Ghosty, how are you?
I'm doing good, Mal. I'm very interested to see how Archon approach this set. With 3 hook stages being needed to secure this set, it's gonna be tough. But these gamers are amazing people and have performed so well. Who knows? Maybe we might get the golden chase of the season in this coming up. Very nice.
Wait to jinx it and get CB hit like that. What are you doing?
I mean, like, CB's been doing quite nice already. Like, a really good start for CB, and it looks like we're going to be hitting the... Gotta drop that. Oh, no, I might have had a spectator bug. My bad. I just saw Wraith doing the big, long moonwalks, and we're going back out towards the outback. Do have another nice filler pallet in as well, which is nice to see. Firecracker being dropped, but no blind, unfortunately.
Connection with the blind, yeah. Unfortunately, I think they go down here. CB does go down, and this will be our first of 3 hooks here for the win condition of our killer, Jaden and Winter.
Yeah, like, honestly, not a bad chase, though, from Claudette to start things off. Like, that was a pretty juicy chase to start it off, but with only needing 2 more hook stages. Archon's in an uphill battle at the moment, but... I think that Archon can pull something out. We do hear some gens whirring in the background, but we do see some nasty 3-gen setups with 12, 1, and main. But both 12 and main are pretty high progress, so
Yeah,
we'll have to see.
Gen pressure is looking good here for our survivors, but the question is it enough to get them all done before hook stage number 3? If we get cracks down here, this will be 2 gens pop. We're down to 3 gens remaining. Oh no, this will be our tie condition, Ghosty.
I mean, in saying that though, Mal, I believe that we still have at least one of our gens with high progress, being 12, still up and running. Unfortunately,
this is a pain res.
Pain res coming through, so that poor 12 gen is eating a pain res. But honestly, our gen pressure has been very, very nice. We do see some scratch marks as well, leading towards, I believe, the backside of main. So someone was trying to stop the regression of that 12 gen, but honestly, very good gen pressure by our survivors here. Really trying to make the most of these stages as they don't have a lot to play with. They're definitely putting up one hell of a fight to try and maybe wriggle this into a tiebreaker. Like, imagine that.
Yeah, but however, Ghosty, 3 stages. With 3 gens remaining with 1 more stage left on the board, and it's not looking good as Manu just doesn't have the resources to play with here in the 9 side of the map.
No, and only having that Philippa on that 9 side to play with, meaning that poor abduction will be going on to a Painter's Hook. I believe this is actually still in our 3 gen as well, unless I'm wrong and Gallows has popped, but with Abduction's Hook, that will be the win condition met for Winter, meaning they will be taking our match 2-0, but honestly, these 2 teams are amazing. Archon has been an absolutely amazing team, pleasure to work with from the Starving side, and also beautiful gameplay to watch from all. And Winter, as we know, like, they're a very strong team as well. So,
yeah,
2 amazing teams putting on a show.
Not gonna lie, these are two of the stronger teams. Like, I would say these 2 teams are, like, I wouldn't be surprised if either of these teams like make it all the way till the end of the tournament. Like, crazy players on both of these teams.
And Archon wouldn't be out with this match as well, wouldn't they, Mel? They would still be in this as well.
Yeah, Archon would be moving to the lower bracket, so they still have a shot at this. And not gonna lie, like, they are. It might be. I don't want to put any pressure on them, but I'm expecting great things from them in the lower bracket, Ghosty.
Oh yeah, no, like, they've definitely put up a very good fight, making it this far into our main brackets, and so also hitting the top side of it as well. But I think they could have a very good running in our lower bracket still. And Winter, they've done a very good job tonight and shown what they're made of. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do manage to continue in our upper bracket as well. Would not surprise me if we maybe see these 2 teams cross paths again.
Maybe that is definitely a possibility that can happen. One thing though I want to see, so I want to see more of Momo's Blight in Blood Rush League.
I mean, it'd be kind of crazy if we see more of Momo's Blight now. Like, let's be a bit realistic for a second. Like, I'm still utterly shocked it managed to slip through in tonight's match, and Momo took hold of that and was like, I get my Blight? Bet, let's run it. But no, like, honestly, 2 really good teams. Archon, very strong performances overall. Unfortunate with the win condition for our race set, but still doing very good. We are on to, I believe, our 4th stage onto the board with 3 fresh hooks locked in, but we are down to 1 generator, and I believe now we have, yeah, we do. We have a really nice gen split, being able to break up that outback and having our generator over here at 1, so could lead to a very nice result, even with win condition being met a little bit ago. So yeah, I think Archon should be very happy with themselves.
This is a crazy gen split. Like you know, the match is over, but the winner of the match has been decided. But it's always nice to play out these games, get the best possible result for your team, and put up a good showing and show us, like, it shows everyone, like, just how close these matches could be. Because, like, look, it was a 3-stage win condition, but we only, like, there are like 4 stages on the board right now, maybe 5, and the last gen is threatening to be popped potentially. So what a body block here by CB. Well played, getting Abduction distance to make it to either main or shack there, or wherever they want. We could see the 2 survivors doubling the gen here. Go see at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, our gen pressure has been beautiful this game. If we had a bit more of a playable win condition, I think that this actually could have potentially turned in Archon's favor quite well with how they're performing at the moment, but it shows the caliber of these teams. Winter has been doing very well tonight, but Archon's still holding their own.
Yeah.
I definitely think they're going to be in for a good run in our lower brackets, and I generally would love to see these 2 teams go against each other again with how the match tonight went, but I do feel like Archon probably won't be letting Blight through if they do cross pass again.
No, maybe not. Was it a fat shame? That was a fat shame, right, Ghosty?
God, I hate
Good
those
job
cactuses.
behavior. W map design.
Yeah, like hashtag remove cactuses from DDS, please and thank you.
Unfortunately, Julian did get stuck there a bit on the Oh, what a CV is kind of on fire with these body blocks.
You know, CB's just been a menace right now. Always been in the right position at the right time, getting quickly reset to be able to take these body blocks, but it looks like Jaden has had enough of their body blocking shenanigans. Switching over to CB, and it looks like they don't have too much left over. A few little bing bongs, and CB will be going down. Eruption proccing on our Gen at 1. I think that was on potentially Raz, I think. Or was that Abduction?
It looks like it was Kraz here, as we have Kraz in chase next. But we have a survivor working away at the generator here at our 8 side. It's looking about to be 50% Ghosty. I think honestly, like, once again, the gen pressure is there. We have 5 stages on the board, but like, look at that gen pressure. It's like 50%. They're gonna get the pull. They're gonna hop and probably very quickly onto the gen there at 1.
I would expect to see another doubling of the 1 gem with still having a healthy survivor and both of these generators being around at the 50% mark. It does set Archon into a really good position to potentially get this last gen done and look at maybe getting some outs here. It is unfortunate though that Abduction has been found, but it gets a nice pallet stun without 8 fill pallet.
Kind of amazing pallet stun there. That's actually potentially game changing because that they're still in the game. That buys the survivors a bit more time.
Especially with, I believe, our 1 gem being doubled, as we probably, I think, have been correct with that call, but unfortunately, King Julian has been pulled out, but does have a nice little power.
Greets
it!
Thinking
Eruption
that Jaden would respect. Oh my. It's always like the mind game of whether to greed or not greed the pallet is always one of the very interesting ones, Ghosty, and one I very frequently lose, I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, but like, especially against the killer like Wraith with that lunge distance after uncloaking as well, it just makes it into a bit more of a interesting 50 to play it out. But yeah, also, unfortunately, Abduction has been caught out all the way in the corner of 8, doing the lovely locker pull though, which is very nice. And I think CB is currently on a gate, so we will be having one of our AZ gates open, but do we get the pull? We get the pull as well, and Craze
running straight to the gate here. So this is very important that Craze comes and hit takes here for CB.
Yeah, no, like there's definitely a bit of distance to be made to make it all the way back up to our 1 side of the map, or I'd say maybe even pushing 2 to get to that AZ gate. But I think it looks like we will be securing a lovely 3.
No, we're not, Ghosty. We are not. A CB will get the barrier. No.
No, wait, Mal. The heal tech is on the table. Heal tech on the table. It's not over yet. We get the hit onto Grease. Another heal tech coming through.
Oh, they're gonna wait. They're gonna wait. Oh.
Grease has been hit. Claudia just needs one more heal tech. Another heal tech coming through. This might be the 3 of the need. And it looks like no. They make it out. Okay, that was very. I was actually a bit scared for that.
Holy.
Okay, Archon cooked right there at the end to lock in a 3 out. So, damn, that was very clean, especially with such a cross-map run from all the way down to the outback to our 2 gate. Like,
yeah, with the 7 stage 4 fresh on the Wraith, like it is definitely like you said, like this is the results you're expected kind of to see on Wraith on this map. So like, yeah, it's just very unfortunate that it was a 3-stage win condition. Like,
yeah, no. Like, as much as like it's a high caliber team that they're versing, so it was going to be a tough fight for them. But it goes to show that if that first match just went a bit more into Archon's favor and they managed to get a few more stages in, they could have potentially taken this set. But still, like, both of these teams are absolutely amazing.
Archon,
like, I have nothing but good things to say about both of these teams.
Yes, for real. And as well, like, going into that Blight set, having that 4K 3 win condition, 4K 2 tie condition is very tough. It's very tough. And they managed to pull it all the way to a 4K 1. It just goes to show just how close the results were.
That's why I'm very excited, Mal, if we do end up seeing these 2 teams battling out again in the future. Like, the results of this match show that these are 2 very high caliber teams can be very close to their results. I don't think we'll be seeing Blight again, unfortunately, even though I can't lie.
I mean, they might pick the Blight again. They might let it through. There is a world out there where we get to see another Momo on the Blight here in Blood Rush League.
Yeah, no, but honestly, Archon, it was a pleasure watching you tonight. I am very much excited to see how your future looks in our lower brackets, and if we do manage to see you climb your way back up into our
I
finals, which I do
expect
think it's possible.
I honestly expect that they'll do exceptionally well in the lower bracket, and I do expect Winter as well to do very well here in the upper bracket. But hey, there are some insanely talented teams in the league, right? So maybe we might see Winter against Archon once again in the lower bracket. We might see Winter against Archon in the finals at the end of everything. Once if once Archon beats everyone in the lower bracket, maybe. Who
I
knows?
mean, that would
It's
be a big,
anyone's game, Ghosty. It's
honestly, that would
anyone's
be
game.
such a nice, like, full circle closure. The rematch in the finals, Archon versus Winter battling it out to take it all. Honestly, I think that would be an amazing
I
grand
wouldn't.
finals.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if the finals might pan out that way. But I don't know. It's gonna be tough still. Like it's not guaranteed. Once again, we have fucking crazy teams here in our Blood Rush League. Big shout out to everyone here. Everyone who played in the qualifiers. Everyone here who's made it to the main stage and main brackets. You guys are all amazing. We literally can't have the league without you guys. You guys are the bread and butter and the life and soul of our league. So I appreciate every single one of you for all coming out here, playing for us, showing us what you guys got. And I hope to catch you guys next time, as this was our final match of week 2. So we will be seeing you guys next week on week 3. I'm excited, Ghosty.
Oh yeah, week 3, fresh set of games, fresh set of pick and bans. Who knows what killers may be coming to the light of day?
Maybe,
What our teams decide to play out. Maybe might be
every
some
team.
unknowns,
Yeah, I
Mel.
was gonna say maybe
Maybe.
every team picks unknown. There
All
is
right, then
also
maybe,
a world out there
all
where
right.
every team there is an unknown set in every set, like every
Okay, Mel.
match.
I think a little
Like
bit of bias is hello, Mel. I'm
no
sorry.
bias, no
I
bias.
think there's a little bit, Mel, but like in saying that though, like I'm very excited for our week 3 to see what it's come up with their pick and bans and what they bring to the table. Because as you mentioned, I'm happy to keep repeating it because it's honestly the truth. We have so many amazing teams, Arkham and Winter as prime examples, to be playing for us. So
Yeah,
who knows? We've got some spicy sets coming up in the future, I reckon.
excited to see week 3, guys. Thank you all for being here. And if you guys want to keep in touch and keep up to date with the schedulings of our match and when to expect, the stream to go live for wonderful, wonderful casted matches here in Blood Rush League, please check out our Discord. It is what do you call that? It is there. If there is a match schedule channel, and you could use that to keep up to date to see which teams are playing when, as well as follow the Twitch channel here. You'll get notifications when we go live for matches. It's very good if you want to keep in touch and keep up to date with our matches. But with
Not
that,
just that, though, Mel, as
sorry.
well. We don't forget, Mel. We've got to mention the YouTube channel. I believe is on its
Oh
way.
yes,
Or
and if you
well,
guys want to watch some previous matches that happened, you could check the VODs here on the Twitch channel. But we also do upload the matches on our YouTube channel, Blood Rush League on YouTube, where you could watch our previous matches from this season and our previous seasons as well. If you're interested to see what season 3 looked like, oh my, you could check it out there. You could check out, I think, as well as season 2 and season 1. It's all over there. It's all archived there, and you could all see some crazy teams. You could definitely see some names that you might have seen today back then in the previous seasons. So yeah. Thank you all for being here. I'm Mal. You can find me on Mal_ANZ on Twitch. I sometimes stream Dead by Daylight. I like playing Unknown. And Ghosty here. Ghosty, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you don't stream at the moment, but
no, unfortunately, my computer does
Thank
not
you.
like too much. But I do tend to be lurking in your Twitch channel, so I'll be definitely around for those that want to say hello and stuff. I'll be lurking in the shadows as all Ghostface enjoyers do, and
okay, Ghosty, I'm being stalked, guys. Help. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for casting with me, Ghosty. Big shout out, by the way, guys, to Comfa, our wonderful, wonderful head of staff here, who's been doing all of the background work for our wonderful
we love
league.
you, Comfa. And also a big shout out to also our secondary owner as well, Hearts, our big friendly giant, helps run things in the back.
Hearts is taking a more backseat approach to a backstage role in Blood Rush League this season. So thank you, Hearts. We do appreciate you, and thank you to everyone who's come here to play and watch in our Twitch live stream. You are all appreciated. I'll see you guys all next time, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. I'll see you all next Blood Rush League game. Bye.
Laters, chat.